Feel, heal, thrive. Feel, heal, thrive with the help of Bach Flower Remedies.
Welcome back, my dear. Have you ever wondered, do Bach Flower Remedies really work? It's one of the most common questions I'm asked. And after more than 30 years of personal experience with the remedies, and with my work as a Bach Foundation registered practitioner, I believe the answer is yes. But perhaps we're asking the wrong question. A better question might be, are we choosing them in the way Dr. Edward Bach intended? Because that is where the true power of the Bach Flower Remedies begins. This is Feel, Heal, Thrive, and I'm Elena Amaro. Today, to celebrate the first 30 episodes of the podcast, I'd like to share something very close to my heart. If you've ever wondered why the Bach Flower Remedies have transformed so many lives for nearly a century, or why they sometimes don't seem to bring the results people expect, this episode may give you a completely new perspective. When Dr. Edward Bach developed his system of 38 flower remedies, he wasn't trying to create another treatment from illness based on symptoms. He was creating something entirely different. He wanted each remedy to correspond to a specific emotional state, not to a disease, not to a diagnosis, not even to a life situation, to an emotion. And that simple idea changes everything. Dr. Bach famously reminded us to treat the person, not the disease. I would go one step further and say, treat the emotion, not the event. The point isn't the situation. Let me give you an example. Imagine that 5 people lose their jobs. Exactly the same event. Yet, one person feels frightened about the future. Another cannot stop replaying the situation in their mind. Another becomes discouraged and loses confidence. Another feels completely overwhelmed by responsibility. And another blames themselves for everything that happened. According to Dr. Bach's philosophy, these 5 people would not choose the same remedies because the right remedy is never chosen for the event or the situation. It is chosen for the way the individual experiences that event emotionally. And I believe this is one of the reasons why some people misunderstand how the Bach Flower Remedies work. We might look for a remedy for stress, or anxiety, or insomnia. But Dr. Bach gently invited us to ask a different question. How do I feel about what is going on in my life? How does this situation make me feel? That question is the key. Over the years, I've noticed something very interesting. Talking about what happened is usually quite easy. But describing our feelings is more difficult. We say, I'm stressed, I feel tired, I lost focus, I am stuck. But these can mean many different things. Are you mentally exhausted, afraid, impatient, discouraged, unable to stop worrying, drifting into the past or the future, uncertain, feeling that you've taken on more than you can manage? Each of these emotional states points towards different remedies. This is why I often say, the key isn't just the remedy. The key is the selection of the remedy. A beautiful key only opens the door it was designed for. In the same way, the effectiveness of a Bach flower remedy depends on whether it matches your present emotional state. Not because one remedy is better than one other, but because each flower expresses a different quality, corresponds to a specific emotion of yours. One of the most remarkable aspects of Dr. Bach's work is that he wanted to create a healing system so simple that people would be able to choose their own remedies. And that is why self-selection remains such an important part of his original method. If you would like to try it, begin by finding a quiet moment. Take a gentle breath and ask yourself 2 simple questions. How do I truly feel? And if you think about a difficulty you're experiencing now, the question is, how does this situation make me feel? Look for what is present within you today. Perhaps you notice fear, perhaps uncertainty, perhaps loneliness, perhaps frustration. Perhaps your thoughts keep returning to the same worry. Simply observe, without judgment. I love and completely agree with Dr. Bach's idea that our issues are no more than our inner qualities out of balance, so there is nothing to worry about or to be afraid of when looking within honestly. Take notes about your feelings, then read the descriptions of the remedies. Feel free to reach out if you need suggestions of reputable sources that will give you remedy descriptions aligned with Dr. Bach's vision. Then notice which remedy or remedies make you quietly think, "Yes, that's me." The moment of recognition is key to self-selection according to Dr. Bach's original philosophy. Something extraordinary happens when we begin selecting remedies this way. Not only do we choose remedies, but something even more valuable develops. We become more aware of ourselves. The remedies invite us to pause, to listen, to recognize emotions that perhaps we have ignored for a long time. Of course, many times our emotions feel tangled or difficult to recognize. This is where working with a professional practitioner can offer valuable guidance. Not because someone else knows your emotions better than you do, but because with experience, a practitioner can ask the right questions and help you understand and learn Dr. Edward Bach's original method more deeply. In my experience, that support becomes especially useful when we need to narrow down our selection to the remedies truly needed, so that we can have a very effective personal mix, or when we have doubts about remedies descriptions, or how to effectively take the remedies. Whether you choose your remedies on your own or with the help of a practitioner, the journey always begins in the same place, with self-awareness. So, back to our burning question. Do Bach Flower Remedies really work? In my experience, yes. But like any method, they work according to certain principles. Just as an appliance can only function fully when we understand how to use it according to its instructions, the Bach Flower Remedies reveal their true potential when we understand the philosophy behind their selection. A philosophy that invites us to look beyond the event itself, beyond a simple label or a one-size-fits-all approach, and instead listen deeply to the emotions that the experience awakens within us. There are 38 remedies, a relatively small number that makes them easy to remember. Yet, through them, we unlock hundreds of millions of possible personalized combinations. The remedy or mix of remedies that fits your unique emotional state is out there. You only need to search in the right place, within you. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, you may also like my previous one, Why Bach Flower Remedies May Not Be Working For You Yet, where I explore other common reasons people may not be experiencing the changes they hope for. You can also subscribe so you won't miss our weekly appointment. And if you'd like to learn more about Dr. Bach's original method, you'll find articles, videos, self-selection free resources, and consultation information at feel-heal-thrive.com. All the links are in the episode description. Until next time, take a moment to listen to yourself and start feeling, healing, thriving. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Elena Amaro, Bach Flower Remedies expert, professional practitioner, and Bach Foundation registered practitioner. And this is Feel, Heal, Thrive.